Yeah, damn, buckler!
Yeah, that's how I do my intro. Who the fuck would know better? It's not like I'm popular or anything, you fucking bitches. Okay, today we're gonna be doing this thing when we're gonna be like, you know, how would I like return the Greninja and stuff. That's a thing that I would do. Don't tell your mom and dad. They might be mad, dude. They might be like, why would that guy return the Greninja? Well, fuck your mom and dad. Why do they care? How I'd return the Greninja? What's wrong with them anyway? Fucking douchebags. Everyone should like Greninja to come back. But at least I will tell you how I would like the Greninja to come back. Okay, first off, here's how we're gonna go. First off, I'm not drunk. Don't tell anyone that I'm drunk because I'm not drunk. Don't tell your mom, don't tell your dad, don't tell your sister, don't tell your brother. In fact, just hide them away. Put them in a closet and give them a Power Ranger toy. Fuck them. They deserve to go to hell anyways because they didn't like Pokemons. Assholes. Okay, here's how we're gonna do this. Legit. First off, I want to talk about, you know, the prediction video that I made about how I said, you know, Greninja, he'll come back, yo. A lot of people didn't understand that I was making a fool's bet. And I don't know, man. Like, I wish that people understood that I was making a fool's bet, that I knew I was making a fool's bet. The problem was, that video is more popular than any of my other videos, so people think, like, I'm just sitting here saying, yeah, guys, Serena's gonna come back. Yeah, guys, Greninja's gonna come back. Yeah, guys, Infernape's gonna come back. Yeah, guys, Sceptile, he's around the corner. When that's not true. The truth is that is the only fool's bet that I have taken, and that's the only fool's bet I will ever take. I wish people would see that. People that they just didn't realize how skeptical I am. And I want you to understand that I have no delusions about this. I took a bet. Period. It is a bet. And there are a couple, before we start this, there are a couple non-issues that I would like to talk about. And these are things that fans constantly bring up. And there's two things they constantly bring up. It is, how would you end the Greninja just left the threat to Kalos? Yes. God, it's okay to just leave the threat to Kalos. It's okay to just end it. It is not a big issue just ending the threat to Kalos. It was contrived to begin with. Who cares if you just end it on a whim? It does not matter, guys. It doesn't matter in any goddamn way. I wouldn't worry about it. And what is the other? The other is that his appearance wouldn't match the current Ash. Who gives a shit? I don't understand why you care. They can just change his appearance. That's supposed to be the fucking effect, guys. That Greninja changes his appearance based on what Ash looks like. Do you guys really think that they just can't adapt that? Or that they can't just ignore that? Come on. It's ridiculous. But, you know, like any issue people have, the writers can just write around it. Remember, the writers are fucking God. To start this off, I have already told much of the story in my video about how I would end Ash's story. Essentially, I would create a new evil team that starts by studying the attempts from the old evil teams. And let's say that they're studying the locations in attempts to take over the world, and they start in Kalos. Remember, there are a bunch of other teams that have tried to take over the world or tried to cause other things, and say this team is after a mad amount of energy, let's say that. What I would do is I would put Ash and Go essentially outside of Lumio City, say that Go just dragged Ash there to capture Pokemon. You know, some people talked about the possibility of Go going and throwing a Pokeball at Ash's Greninja. I wouldn't bother with that, but while that is funny, I wouldn't bother. I mean, what I would do is I would just put Ash and go outside of Lumio City. I'd say that they just come across this evil team, you know, trying to extract energy from the situation in Kalos. What I would have is I'd have Ash the entire time experiencing visions from Bond Phenomenon. You know, he doesn't really understand what he's saying because he's Ash, because he's stupid as shit. You know, he just sees flashes like, the woods don't look like this right here. What the hell? But, you know, Ash is just a dipshit. And he's, you know, he's just kind of seeing what Greninja is seeing without realizing what he is seeing. So, you know, I'd have him come across this new threat, this new team, and I'd have them essentially confront the new team, and I'd have them just get their ass kicked. All the new members of Ash's team would just basically have their asses kicked, and that makes sense. It makes sense to do this earlier on than later on when his team is actually strong. So I'd have this evil team just basically beat the shit out of Ash's team to the point that Pikachu is the last one standing. So Pikachu's the last one standing, and Ash is like, "No, Pikachu! Oh shit, Pikachu, bitch! We about to lose, bitch!" And Pikachu's sitting there crying as his little tear. And, you know, suddenly when they're about to get fucking murked, Ash, you know, he goes, "Oh shit! Greninja's here!" You know, and you just see a million fucking Zygarde cells just fly over Ash. Just, you know, right behind him. And, and Ash is just like, "Oh, you motherfuckers, you guys are done now." And a main member of the antagonist team would just command like that final attack on Pikachu, and Greninja just water veil just comes out of the fucking forest and just blocks the shit out of it in any way, you know, like a water shuriken or something. And Ash, he's made sense of his visions at this point. He understands what's going on at this point. So he is like, you know, throws his arm up, "Greninja, together!" And, you know, Ash-Greninja fucking just takes shit over, just ruins this new antagonist team, just whoops their ass. And Ash, you know, he talks a little bit of shit. "Oh, you're done now," while he's whooping their ass. It'd be awesome. But then we get this scene where Greninja just, and the Zygarde, you know, they just ruin the antagonist. Zygarde say the dog. I like the dog more than the other freaking worm in the other form. I don't know, dude. I think the dog is cooler looking. Whatever. Ugh. But you know, after the battle is finished and the new antagonist team retreats, Go is like, Ash, Ash, who the fuck are you? What? And then after the fact, you know, we get some exposition from Squishy, and Squishy is like, "You know, Ash, the Kalos threat is dying." And then from there we know that Squishy is just like, "Yo, bitch, the energy that they are looking for, you know, there's a bunch of energy here, and that's what those motherfuckers are after." Then, like, you know, after that, throughout the saga, we see them going back to previous places throughout the anime's history. These, you know, these previous apocalypse scenarios, going back, hoping to extract power from there, like residual power, residual whatever. And essentially, Ash would tell Greninja, like, after that, like, "Yo, we won the league. Like, we won the league. Me and you, we won the league. I know you weren't there, but, like, you were part of this, dude. We won the league." And Ash would, he'd update Greninja on, like, their status. And, you know, he'd promise to come find Greninja for the World Championships, you know, whatever the tournament is called. And essentially, we would see Greninja come back in some way, not as a permanent member. I think that was another mistake people thought from my prediction video. I'm not saying Greninja's coming back as a permanent member. He is definitely not coming back as a permanent member. But if I were to have written the story and I were under the constraints that, half of the constraints that they are, let's put it that way, yeah, I'd have him come back, you know, by the time that the tournament, the final tournament occurs, and they would do their battle and maybe beat someone like Alon. That's what I would do, actually. I would have Greninja come back and beat Alon and finalize Greninja's story, because it is stupid that Greninja didn't get to beat someone like Alon and instead lost to them 3 times. Although they did find a way to make that story make sense, it ended up being stupid that they had Greninja just lose once, lose twice, and lose a 3rd time. Didn't make sense, but what can I say? But that is going to be it for today, guys. You guys can like, comment, subscribe. You can share. Let's put a question up in the left corner, in the right corner, whatever. Who knows what corner it is? I don't even know where the corner's at anymore. Boop. Fucking corner. Do you want Greninja to come back? I hope you do, because I want to see Greninja come back. I don't know if he should be a main Pokemon, and I don't really give a shit, but I just want to see him come back. I wanted there to be an air of finality for Greninja's character. But with that being said, we are done for today. Peace out, cats. Until next time.